Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ric Blackwell for Newsmax TV. Some estimates say 80% of Scotland could visit the polls by the time the final votes are cast tonight. But global financial markets are bracing for the impact of the vote. A divorce could dramatically alter the energy sector, with most of the UK's oil production taking place off the Scottish coast. But today, the British pound has seen a rally as many investors place bets that the 307-year-old union will be saved. The newest ISIS video features a British hostage speaking from behind a desk. It's a slight deviation from their usual beheading videos.
Hello, my name is John Cantley. I'm a British journalist who used to work for some of the bigger newspapers and magazines in the UK.
Cantley, who was captured 2 years ago in Syria, says he's going to show, in his words, the truth. And at the end of the video suggests that he'll be in other videos to come. Well, Pope Francis could be the next target for the Islamic State. Top Iraqi diplomat says the group has issued what he calls a credible threat to murder the Pope. The threat comes ahead of the pontiff's trip to Albania this weekend. Pope Francis has spoken out against ISIS and has endorsed military action against the terror group. Another NFL player is facing domestic violence charges. Arizona Cardinals running back Jonathan Dwyer has been arrested, accused of headbutting his wife and breaking her nose. This after she refused his sexual advances. The team has deactivated him from the roster. This also comes after the Carolina Panthers' Greg Hardy was barred from all team activities while he appeals his domestic violence conviction. In Pennsylvania, police are still searching for the sniper who shot 2 state troopers last week. Today, one of those troopers was laid to rest. Family and friends gather for funeral services honoring Corporal Brian Dixon. He was shot and killed at his barracks last week. Dixon is survived by his wife and 2 young sons. Schools in the area remain closed while police search for the suspect, Eric Frayne. The United States Air Force drops the mandatory "So Help Me God" from its oath for enlistees. The Defense Department okayed the decision yesterday, and the change is effective immediately. The change comes after the American Humanist Association threatened to sue. If you have low T and you use a testosterone replacement therapy to treat it, big changes could be in store. An FDA panel has voted by a margin of 20-1 to increase restrictions on these popular drugs for aging American males. The FDA also wants drug makers to test them for risk of heart attacks and strokes, according to several reports. The move could sharply cut the number of prescriptions for these drugs and supplements. A doctor on the panel tells the New York Times another main goal of the suggested changes is to rein in what he calls inappropriate advertising for these drugs. And there's another hurricane bearing down on Mexico. I'm Ric Blackwell. More news coming up right here on Newsmax TV.